Hello, my dear friends. Bonjour, mes chers amis. Today, we are going to make a card for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up soon. You might want to make a card for your mom. She'll tell her how special she is. Or maybe you'll make it for dad or grandma or somebody else that you love. So, you'll need a piece of paper. I chose purple because that's my mom's favorite color. Piece of paper. I used cardstock, so it's a little bit stronger, but whatever you have will work. Whatever color will work. You'll need one regular size piece of paper and then some scrap paper, so hopefully a paper of another color. I have just this little piece of blue. Maybe you have another paper that's big. Maybe you have even some newspaper or a piece of a flyer or something. Could be very creative. I have a few little scraps here. You really just need one piece, maybe two. And if you have a picture of yourself or a picture of you and your mom or a picture of your family that you can use, you can grab that. If you don't have a picture, that's okay. We'll draw one. You'll also need scissors and glue. Always be careful when you're using scissors. If it's not something that you're usually allowed to use by yourself, make sure you ask permission or ask for help. All right. If you need to collect supplies, just pause the video and start it again when you're ready. I'm going to start. Ready? Let's go. So we're going to make a card. I'm going to start by folding it in half. So the long edges of my paper are on the top and bottom of my table, and the short edges are on the sides. I'm going to fold one short edge over to the other side. Excuse me. I'm going to do my best to line up those corners. So I'm trying not to get these corners, trying not to put too much space between them, trying to line them up the best I can. It's okay if you end up with some space between them. Just do your best. It might not look exactly like mine. This skill takes some practice if you've never done it before, so that's okay. So once they're lined up, I'm going to push down on the other side and slide my hand up and down. Now, we're actually going to fold it another way. So I'm going to open up my card and I see that line that tells me where the middle is. That's what I was trying to get. And I'm going to try to fold my edges into that middle line. So my middle line is lined up with that edge that I made with my fold. Once it's lined up the best I can get it, I'm going to push it down again and slide up and down. So the top and the bottom are lined up. I don't have a lot of overlap. I'm going to do it again with the other side. So I'm folding it over, lining that edge up with my line that I made with my fold, trying to keep it flat, pushing up and down. Good job. So you should have a card that opens up like this, kind of like a window or some fancy doors. And that fold we did in the middle, it doesn't matter anymore. We were just doing that to get a line to fold our edges in. So I folded it over in half, opened it up, and folded my two sides in. If you need to pause the video to try again, go ahead, take your time. I'm gonna keep going. My card kind of keeps popping up, so I'm just gonna kind of play with it until it's more flat. All right, now we're going to add to our little window doors on the front. I'm going to grab my other piece of paper. So I have a smaller piece, you can see. If you're using a regular size piece of paper like this, that's okay, you just will use a corner of it. You don't need the whole thing. I'm going to fold this paper in half. I'm going to grab my pencil and I'm going to draw some bumps. So watch carefully. Your bumps don't have to look exactly like mine, but just do your best. So I'm going to make one bump, went out from the middle of my paper. Another bump, pretty big, and one more. So I tried to fit 3 bumps in. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to very carefully cut along my bumps. I'm cutting 2 pages at a time because of our fold. That noise in the background is my rabbit. All right, so I have the piece I cut off. I have my 3 bumps. I'm gonna open it up and we have a flower shape. If you accidentally did your flower on the wrong side of your paper, you'll actually have 2 pieces of a flower. And that's okay, because actually, now we're going to cut this in half. So I'm gonna cut right along the fold line. There we go. Everybody's should look like 2 pieces. Going to take my glue stick, get it ready, and I'm going to glue these little flower pieces in the middle. Actually, let's move it up a bit. The top of my card, and still leave some space up here so that the edges line up with the edge of my little doors. So I'm gonna add some glue. Hopefully you have a glue stick. If you use liquid glue, that's okay. It'll just take longer to dry. You might have to pause the video to finish it later. On the other side, I should have flipped this over so that my pencil lines were on the back, but that's okay. Lining it up so that it matches and sticking it on. Good job. So now we have a flower that opens up. If you have another piece of paper in another color, you can fold it. This time draw a half circle, a semicircle. It's okay if it's not perfect. Cut it out. So it's kind of like a letter C. Cut it out, open it up, and we have a dot for the middle of our circle. Cut it again in the middle on the fold line, and we'll stick it in the middle of our flower. Awesome. Now you have a beautiful flower. If you want to take some more time and you have more paper, you could like draw a stem down here, add a pot, maybe add some grass. Whatever your heart desires to make your beautiful card. I'm gonna just keep that flower there for now. Open up my card, and if you did have a picture of yourself, use your glue stick to glue it in the middle. So it'll be like a surprise for your mama, for your mom. Then take a marker or a crayon or a pencil or a pen, and we're going to write, I love, L-O-V-E-U-Y-O-U. I love you, Mom. M-O-M. And hopefully you have room that underneath, maybe if you want to write another message, we can write, thank you for helping me grow. Excuse me. Thank you. THANK-UYOU. Thank you for FOR helping HELPING me MD grow GROW. If your writing goes on the sides here, that's great. You have all this space to write. Thank you for helping me grow. Exclamation mark. From FROM ... and then you write your name. My name is Madame Cher. If you didn't have a picture of yourself to put in the middle, you can take some time to draw a picture of you, of your mom, of a flower, something you like to do with her, a robot, whatever you want. Now you have a card that opens up with a beautiful message. I love you, Mom. Thank you for helping me grow. I'm going to do this video as well en français in French. If that interests you, you can check that out too. If you want to try again or make another card, just get your supplies ready and follow the video a second time. I hope you had fun, and I hope your families love your cards. Goodbye, my dear friends. Au revoir, mes chers amis.